Halloween, we're showing you how to have the spookiest house on the block. The illusion of blood, guts, and gore can all be made with household kitchen items. So here to show us how to do it all is the Stuntman Scientist himself, Greg Poljacki. Hi, Greg.
Hi, how you doing?
So first of all, in the commercial break when we were teasing you, you had a knife in your hand. And it looked like you were cutting your hand. How did you do that?
Well, first, it's a dull knife. So it has to be absolutely a safety, dull knife. So not a retractable knife, not a real knife with tape on it.
Okay.
It's a dull knife, so that way it's totally safe for your skin, for you, right? One side is totally clear, shiny, right?
Yes.
The other side has this painted on thick blood. It's our blood jam that I make, right? And it stays put. And then you show only the shiny side, and you put the bloody side on, and then you start sliding it down, and it looks like a real-time blood effect, right? So real simple, real easy to kind of do, and it's a quick trick, right? Got a quick little cheat. Yeah, you see it's shiny and then bloody. Look at that. So.
And this won't stain your clothes?
No, not this one that I make. It took a year to figure out how to make this stuff, and this is edible and it won't stain. But it took a long time.
You found it by accident?
I did. It was a year of trial and error trying to figure out all these homemade recipes that are out there, trying to break it down to say, why doesn't this work?
Yeah.
And then after a lot of frustration, I kind of stumbled on this recipe, almost threw it away, because the reaction just doesn't look normal, right?
Right.
I had spent so much of my own money and I was being frugal, so I kept it. It's going to make a brain out of it or something, and then it settled down, and we have the product that we have today.
And now you got blood.
So yeah, it's totally trial and error, accident.
Are you guys spooked out?
I am.
Okay, so we have stations here. You're going to start off with G. What are you going to help G make to make her Halloween spooky?
This is so cool.
Yeah, that's the final product. That's the gack. So I'm going to come over here next to you.
What is that?
So gack is kind of like almost like flubber, silly putty kind of thing, right? So what we do is we take, why don't you take the Elmer's glue. So that's our final product. It's going to look all kinds of sticky and nasty. Yeah,
is that enough, all of it?
That's it. Pour the whole thing in. Now fill it up with this water, and then pour that water in the bowl. Just a little bit. That's enough.
All of the water?
That's fine. Now put a
now is that supposed to be an intestine? What is it supposed to be gory?
This could be skin, it could be intestines, it could be anything. So now we got the borax in there. Now you stir it. So when you first saw it stirring,
or something.
Yeah, so now it's clumping together, right?
It's clumping.
So now the fun part, especially fun part for kids, you have to put your hands in there and grab it.
Okay.
You have to pull it out. Yeah.
Is it
slimy? It's nasty. It's gross. But what happens is the glue is polyvinyl alcohol, right? And so when you have it just in water, they swim over each other. The borax, sodium tetraborate, goes in and links them together. It makes this polymer. So it's a great science lesson for kids too to say, look, this is how you make a polymer. And polymers are one of the top industries for making and manufacturing today, above and beyond regular mineral industries. So you just made a complex polymer that we get to use. It's non-toxic. It's fun for kids, and if you add color to the very beginning of it, you get any color that you want. So you can have a heart, a liver, anything you want. You can put it on skin and then rip it off, all kinds of nasty stuff.
You're driving me crazy.
Right. So it starts out slimy and slick like that, and over time it evaporates and it gets to that consistency. If you put it in a Ziploc bag, it'll last for about 2 or 3 weeks.
What is yours, G? What are you making? A liver?
Yeah, I'm going to make a liver.
Or an eyeball.
Maybe, kidney and eyeball.
Okay, all right. Now what are you going to make with Brian?
So we're going to make oobleck. So oobleck is another, both of these are non-Newtonian fluids. It means they act like fluids, but they don't have same fluid properties. They have properties of a fluid and a solid at the same time. Oobleck's a great example of that. So if you pour this into that bowl, that's a cup of cornstarch, right? Okay. So now you need 1/4 cup of water. So add that slowly and stir. Let me give you a spoon. I'll give you this spoon. So add 1/4 cup of water. Don't add too much. It'll thin it out. But stir as you're adding. Go. Yeah, add a little more and then stir. Yeah, that's good. And then stop right there. So you'll see it. It'll be liquid, and as you're stirring it around, you'll see it gives them a little trouble. Some areas will be nice and easy, and it'll flow like a liquid, and then some, because of the force, will give trouble. And that's because the molecules making this cornstarch mixture.
They're having a fight in here.
Yeah, and you feel that fight, right? So you see it flowing around, then it fights you a little bit, and that's because the molecules are bunching up against each other, right? They're in this super suspension here, and that's what gives it that property of this solid. So it'll look like a liquid, and then when you impact it, all of a sudden it'll become this solid force, and it feels really cool. It's kind of fun to do. And
does Brian need to feel it right now?
I think you do. You got to put your hands in there. You got to touch it now. Yeah, you got to touch it now. Move your hands. Now scoop your hands through it. You felt how far? Now feel that force in there. You see that?
And you can
pull it up.
Feel the force?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you pull it,
As I feel it's like it gets soft and then it gets back.
Exactly, it goes back
hard.
to liquid, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's great. You put it in a Ziploc baggie, and then you go ahead and grab it and rip the baggie, and then it looks like entrails. It looks like guts, right? So these long strings will come out.
So is that what
and
they
then
do
it'll
like
break
The
apart.
Walking Dead for those zombies?
They
probably?
could. They have a lot of different tricks that they could do for that, but this is a cheap way to
So
do
we
it
can
at
do
home.
like our own little zombie thing at our house.
Absolutely,
That's what I'm
absolutely,
talking about.
right? And this is safe. Again, it's another non-toxic. It's cornstarch and water. And then this is something that if you pour it down the drain, you need to add a lot of water to it, but it's best just to put it in a bag and throw it away because it'll dry.
Okay.
So if you have it in your pipe,
And this will ruin. Yeah, this will
dry.
have your sink backed up.
Right. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
okay.
you want to ideally keep it liquid and then throw it away.
All right,
so that way
Greg,
you're
we
not
got to
clogging
get to this
drains.
blood because we only have like 30 seconds
Right.
to make blood.
Dan, no, this is the best one. This is the tastiest one. Go ahead and pour that whole
Oh,
thing
it
in
tastes
there.
good too. The whole thing?
This is a simple homemade edible recipe. It will stain a little bit, so you don't want to get it on your clothes if you don't
Okay.
want them to stain. So it's a whole 16 ounce of corn syrup.
Okay.
And
Edible
this
blood.
is chocolate syrup.
Ooh.
So just pour that right in there. So
That's
sugar with sugar, and then you take whatever dyes you want. Ideally, I'll add 20 drops of red and 2 drops of green to make a dark red blood.
Okay.
And then you simply mix it together,
And
you
that's
have
it?
a great edible blood. Yeah. What the chocolate
But you
syrup
can't
does,
put this like on your dessert or anything.
You could, absolutely you could. Yeah, this is
really?
something that you can eat. It's totally safe to eat and consume as long as you don't have a chocolate allergy or a dye allergy. And now you see that redness pops
yeah.
up. The reason is the chocolate syrup is giving that light something to reflect out of.
All
If
right.
you don't have that, you have to add a lot of dye.
All right, I'm going to keep stirring during the commercial break. Greg, thank
All
you
right,
so
no
much.
problem.
This is really,
No
really cool.
problem. Yeah.
We're going to have feedback coming up right after this. Look at that.
They got dark
Now,
red.
you would add green to it to
Yeah,
make
just
it
like
even
a drop or two of green, and it gets dark red.